All right, gang, get your mystery hats on. Get your investigator hats on. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Come on, gang. It's time to investigate a case of who is Hasbulla. This has been a question mark for a couple of weeks now. Just some random smurf has come around out of absolutely nowhere. And is 2200 elo at the time of this recording. 2206 elo, something like that. And he's going up against Shake, who's 2100 elo at the moment. Otto Lamer. But yeah, so who is Hasbulla? Scooby-Doo in the gang. We've got to solve the mystery. Squaggy. That's the best I can do when it comes to Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Did anyone watch Scooby-Doo when they were younger? God, what a show that was. What an absolute beast of a show that was. So, we've got Russia versus... This is so bad. I mean, if anyone can do it, it's 2200 elo. Now, I'm going to give you my best guess. I had a sneaking suspicion it may have been... I had a sneaking suspicion it may have been Hazza. Hazza has been back recently, playing a little bit of team games, but he is very adamant he doesn't like 1v1 at the moment in the current meta. But he plays some of the same civs that Hazza would play, like Russia. Hazza being the best Russia in the business. Plays a bit of Lakota, a little bit of India. Oh, that's my best guess, but he is adamant it's not him. I said it on stream and he goes, "Do you really think that's me?" And I go, "Maybe. I don't know." Watson. We got to get Watson and... No, we got to get Inspector Gadget on the case. Inspector Gadget. Whatever, that was such a good theme tune. Okay, so let's have a look at the decks then. Let's go and have a look at the decks. Otto meta is just all over the place at the moment. You just never know what Otto's going to do. Otto have got this meta at the moment with, like, you go free Vils capitalism into, like, 700 coin, and then you go for the wood conversion card, Sublime Porte. And it's just like, yeah, you got free TCs, and, like, still we've got 1,000 wood left over, and you're booming for free, and it's just so broken. He doesn't have Sublime Porte in his deck. He has got a water deck here. A bottle of water. He's got a bottle of water deck. Bottle of water. Okay, if Shake was paying attention, he might have not seen them. Or maybe he did. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure the line of sight would have seen that. Yeah, he's walking towards it. So 3 villagers going forward here. So, yeah, nothing too crazy with this deck. Does still have Moss Construction and Palace Intrigue. But other than that, it's a pretty standard FF deck. He is going to see those villagers. Hasbulla. Let's go have a look over at him. He's aging up with 14 Vils. Again, that's very standard. We've got another treasure being picked up here. It looks like Hasbulla is waiting for this. This is live, by the way, so no idea who's going to win or lose. I just saw him play, so I thought, right, I've got to get a game of this guy. I've got to get a game of this guy. And you don't see many high-level Russia play, so you know it's got to be done, right? It's got to be done. I know there's a lot of Russia fans out there. So let's have a look at his deck. I mean, that's as standard as it's gonna get. You know, that is as standard as it's gonna get. He's got Manchu in there, refrigeration and spice trade. Yeah. Some people were saying that this is like older players. You know, it could be someone from Legacy. It could even be Kaiser Klein. Someone was saying. I mean, it could be Kaiser Klein. He has done a Smurf before, but I don't think Kaiser Klein would care about doing that at this point. I have seen Kaiser Klein in some. He did recently do some casting for ESOC. So it could be Kaiser. It actually could be Kaiser. But I doubt it. I think it would be more likely Hazard. But it has to be someone of that caliber. Because honestly, this guy I've seen this guy play, and he's honestly insane. I mean, he's 2200 elo. He's already on the top ladder. He's already in like the top 10. Like, who can do that? Who in this game can go top 10, like, with playing Russia and random civs like that? You know, like, not many people. Not many people. Okay, we'll keep an eye on... I imagine the fortress is almost coming in. I mean, it's already in. That's just absolutely crazy. It's Agent with a Scout, which is the right play versus Russia, because they struggle versus Cav early on. And it basically means he's forced to send more Musks than Strelets. So the first 5 Musks that come out go straight towards the TP. So he's making Strelets. He sent 13 Strelets first. I like this adaptation. I like sending if you know your opponent is going Fortress and you want to idle them for as long as possible, 13 Strelets is way more efficient than Cossacks, in my opinion. The reason is because, like, with Cav, Cav have to be on top of you before they can do damage. Strelets can just stand on top of your TC and fire at anything. So everything has to be in the town center. Look at this. Right now, he's got 14 vills inside his town center. 15 vills now inside his town center. He can't do anything with them. He can't gather. He is going to have enough for Minutemen, so there's going to be a scary timing here. Which is going to be popping very soon. But he can't gather anything right now. And if he actually loses that house, he's not going to be able to send anything straight away. So that's actually really nice. Might kill the Explorer again. That's going to be more XP. But the Hussars, sorry, the Delhi are about to pop any second right now, and he's on top of the town center, which is not a good idea. He moves back at the last second. Is the Minutemen coming? That's going to give him a little bit of breathing space. Where are the Minutemen? Where are the Minutemen? Is he not sending the Minutemen? Oh, he's sending them behind his base. Shake with the amazing fumble. He knows he's playing a top player, so he's... I mean, that should have been... he's not... I don't think he would have cleaned there, but that should have been... Like, with the Minutemen there, he should have done a lot of damage. That was... I mean, good pullback by Russia, but still, that should have been a big fight there. He could have even revived the Explorer as well, if he had, which I think he had enough coin for. Waiting for the Minutemen to get about half HP. He doesn't want anything to happen. He doesn't want his opponent to snowball here. So he's going to dive in a little bit earlier than I would have anticipated. But Otto are now just getting set up. They've just got the housing population back. He's just got his barracks up. Now 8 Jans are coming in, and what are they going to do? There's a mix of Strelets and Musks here. Nice, gonna find that villager all the way out there. Sorry, just had to mute something on my laptop. Janny's coming in. Instant react there by Hasbulla. Great reaction there by Hasbulla. He is still down in score, but that doesn't mean anything right now. 17 vills. I think he's still only lost 1 villager or so. Trying to get... Wait, he's trying to get a second barracks up? No, surely not. And now look, the 8 Jans are completely useless now. They're about to get absolutely wrecked. He's forcing him into melee, but... Trying to maximize the damage. I think he would have been way better off just... Yeah, I don't know why he did that, actually. I don't know what the point of that was. I mean, you would have got more value just by... oh, okay. Okay, nice quick wall. Okay, nice quick wall. But there's still 2 Cossacks here. They are about half HP, so TC Fire might be enough here. He could bring out some vills as well. And I think Hasbulla knows this, and he's not going to dive in too silly. That's going to be another 45 XP. That's going to be valuable. If the Falconets decide to actually fire, do they get a lock-on? Look at that range. That was so weird. I don't know why they took forever to fire there. That was so random. Lock-on fire can be so random like that at times. Okay, the 2 Falcons are out. This is going to be the problem. How does he deal with the 2 Falcons? Everything's on stagger mode. Shake's got Abbas guns coming in behind this. Okay. I mean, a frigate wouldn't actually be that bad. Because he could just run his, he could run the Falconets to the frigate, and if he was getting rushed, then he could just dive the Falconets in there. But a frigate all is all about whether or not he pushes or not, and which it doesn't look like he's going to do at the moment. He would be foolish to do so. Okay, stable going up. Did he just bring his explorer back? No, he didn't. Okay. All right, so just basically just a Janissary production right now. It's all about defending these two falconets. That's what it's all about right now. That's all that matters. And you can see that he doesn't have enough wood for like veterancy Jans. And that's because Hasbulla just was in his face. He took down that house. That's an extra 100 wood, you know. So he wasn't able to get all of the valuable stuff that you would ordinarily get. So Russia looking good right now. This isn't the Spain FF, you know. This isn't the Spain FF where they get all of the rods, the dogs. This is definitely doable for Russia right now. Russia on 32 builds as well. He has not let up. You can see that he's used every single military production building, and he's also got spice trade. So we saw the first shipment was 13 Strelets. His second shipment was spice trade, because we know we didn't see 5 Cossacks for a while there. So we saw spice trade was second, which was really nice because he was idling Sheikh whilst then booming behind it with spice trade. So really smart play there. Then he went for 5 Cossacks, 4 Cossacks, and now New Order regiments. Okay, going for a beautiful, big, beautiful surround. Flanking right, flanking left, flanking south. Is it going to be enough? The Cossacks take one of the falcons down. The Strelets are meleeing the second one down, and that's the biggest problem down. Now he just needs to deal with the Abbas guns, which kind of acts like a pseudo falconet. If you've got Janissaries there, and you can see he backs off now because he knows the Abbas guns are going to be a problem there. But deals with the 2 falcons. That's the important thing, and keeps the blockhouse alive. Beautiful timing there. Beautiful timing. Still down in score somehow. Russia do very much underscore, and this shows why. We've got still traps coming in now. 700 wood is on the way. You can see how the usual meta of Russia going like 5 Cossacks, 700 wood is just completely thrown out the window in this matchup. He's decided to go super aggressive early on, using the 13 Strelets and then spice trade to boom behind it, but then the 5 and 4 Cossacks to kind of bolster the army when the timing of age 3 is in here. The spy coming in now. That's going to be a problem. Spy with Abbas is such a problem here. There's a handful of cav, but this is going to be really good for Sheikh if Hasbulla decides to push in here. Oh, no, not like this. Sheikh sees it early. He's not going to lose a villager there. Nice play. If he can... Oh, the blockhouse hasn't been healed. It hasn't been repaired. And he doesn't see the spy, so all he sees is this right now. So he's just going to dive in. Yeah, he moves his spy, so he doesn't see him. Smart play. All of the villagers are inside the town center. And now he doesn't know that there's spy here, and he's running behind his base. Oh, this could be so bad. This could be so bad. I think he now sees the spy, and he's running for his life. Run, boy. Run for your life. Flee. Flee. Fly, you fools. Fly, you fools. Spy are going to go gobble, 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 gobble. Yeah, again, look, Abbas guns, because they just delete the musketeers. Great micro by Sheikh there to drag the spy away. He doesn't lose it. I don't think he lost a single unit there. I don't think he lost a single unit. He has to deal with the 2 falcons. Silly me, he's still got spy. And then there's Mamelukes behind it. The OP shipments is just never ending. He takes down the blockhouse as well. See you later, map control. Is Hasbulla going to fumble the bag right when he was in a winning position? Is he going to fumble the bag? Come on, Hasbulla. Do it for all the Russia meta players out there. Do it for all the Russians that haven't had an OP civ since the beginning of D. Russia have never been OP. Russia have always been bottom tier. Do it for them. Do it for them, Hasbulla. Hiya. 24 vills for Sheikh. Just military shipment, military. But 1,000 wood has come in. And you can see he's cutting it down a town center and an artillery. And veterancy, finally, Vetty Jans coming in here. I like that. Nice. Going for the Imam. That's going to be predominantly to heal the Spahi. But obviously a nice byproduct of that is that you get to heal your other units at the same time. So, yeah, I mean, and that's always a good thing. People tend to just get imams or healers just for like big HP units, which I totally get is really important and definitely meta. But people forget to get the healers with just their ordinary units as well, because it adds up massively. You should always, guys, like 90% of games, well, 90% of the games where you have a church or a mosque, you should always be getting healers, okay? Okay, that's a lot of cav. Okay, that's a lot of cav. That's a lot of cav, and we've got Boyers coming in. Doesn't want to wait for it, though. Doesn't want to wait for it, which I think's a bad timing. Boyers here would be massive. There is another Minutemen potential as well from the town center. The Imam doesn't have a chance to heal the Spahi here, and I think that's why Hasbro is pushing in when he's in. But is this a good trade? Aye, there's still 2 Aberdeen Minutemen finally getting here. Should have been here earlier. He does have a market, so we could have fiddled with the resources as well. But Vetjan's so tough. And there's still 1 Spahi alive. What a terrible fight for Hasbullah. Like I said, should have waited for Boyers, I feel like. But if he did wait for it, maybe the Imam would have got more healing. There's, you know, it's difficult to know. It's difficult to know. There's not always a right or wrong. The classic gets cleaned and decides to age up behind it. If Sheikh gets like Falconets now or something and pushes, this could be terrible. We'll almost have a shipment upon aging up, though, so that's pretty nice. Does obviously have 2 facts of his own. He's actually up in score as well. Hasbullah's on 53 villagers with spice trade, I may add, and he's all across the map. And that's a privilege Russia often gets when they take map control, because they rush, they often take lots of map control. And you can see here, this town center's not in the best placement. There was 1 herd that this defends, essentially, which isn't great. Nice raid. Oh, does get a blockhouse up here. But yeah, good raiding there with the 1 Spahi. He is going to see it, though. That blockhouse, great blockhouse placement. It saw the spy, because if it didn't, like, this would have been 5 dead settlers. This would have been 5 dead settlers if he didn't see that Spahi. So, nice stuff there by Hasbullah. The Spahi getting baited by the Strelets, only for the recruits to still be there as well. Very nice. Okay, veteran recruits coming in. Cav archers coming in. Have to still be careful about this bad boy here. Again, you're flipping a coin. Is he going Fount? Is he going Mamelukes? What's he going? So it's difficult to know. So going for the Cav archers is a pretty safe bet. Oh, he changes his mind to go for Opries. Maybe that's because, oh, I don't know. That's cool play, though. That's cool play. See, this is interesting, right? This now makes me think this could be psionic. This makes me think this could be psionic. Just because Psionic is the only other player I've really seen recently to go for early Oprinix. Potentially could be a psionic smurf. Okay, 5 Opries coming in. They do counter artillery very, very well. 44 damage. Okay, that's a lot of fouls. 2 fouls coming in for Hasbullah. Falconet shots did not do a lot of damage there. Oof. That was rough. Okay, Falconet's going to be out of position now because he's had to pull tricks because of the Opries. Just the fate of the Opries allowed the Musketeers and Strets to get in close enough. Oh my god, that micro was insane. Yes, he loses 3 Opries, but it forced Sheikh into a position that allowed Hasbullah to push his infantry in. That was just textbook beautiful micro. Absolute beautiful micro there. Now the Opries are just going to be run havoc around his base. There's only 2 of them, but there's no Minutemen left to defend against them. Jans are forced into melee. The 2 facts are going to come here, and I think that's going to be GG. For the Russia mains out there, boys. Get in, Hasbullah. 2200 elo, dangerous Russia player taking it against one of the hardest counters in the game. The Otto FF, the Spain FF, it's like an 8-2 matchup for Russia. It is so difficult to do it, but he made it look silky smooth. A little bit worrying at parts, the 2 Falcons and then the 5 Spy. He particularly took a bad fight there, but 56 villagers with Spice Trade massively paid off. Sheikh was getting in there again with 31 veils. He is on 2 town centers, but Hasbullah's going for a 2nd town center on top of all of that as well. He's ran out of food. He's out on the middle of the map here. He's not going to be able to defend it. It is definitely over. GG. He only missed this batch here by a few seconds and maybe this batch by a few seconds, but it's always very tight. Really well played. Really well played. All resources gathered. Massive amount of food. Very food-heavy Civ as well, so Spice Trade is really nice. Spice Trade was a card that got buffed in DE, by the way. I remember people still used Spice Trade before DE. Like in the vanilla game, there were still people that used this, but it only gave you a 20% gather rate buff. It didn't give you the yield. So it was the yield. Adding the yield in here is how the card got buffed, which is really nice, which is really massive. Because not only do you gather faster, but you last longer. That's what she said. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Who is Hasbullah? Guys, who is Hasbullah? Tell me who you think it is. I think it's Hazza. But he says he's not playing. He's only playing team games at the moment. Let me know who you guys think it is. I think that's too sus. I think it's too sus for him not to be. And I don't know what other Russia player can do this. Apart from the StarCraft guy, Psionics mate, I can't remember his name. It could be him. He was a top 10 Russia player. He came and made Russia look OP. So it could be him as well. That's actually a really good point. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Little Bo. It could be Little Bo. Anyways, let me know who you guys think it is in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you in the next game. Peace.